Welcome back to my channel. In fact, I have completed 28 days lectures on basically all aspects of the ions, the Gnostic ions from 1 to 28. I have already covered. So from now on, I will not name the videos as Raw Human Speaks and followed by day. From now on, Raw Human Speaks alone will be there. I will not give the day number anymore. So, the topics for today's discussion, there are in fact many. So, I want to go through them one by one. First of all, we have in the previous video concluded that the 21 squared divides into 15 squared and 6 cube. And in the Hindu mythology, 21 squared is called Kashyapa, and with Vinata he got the son Garuda, and with Kadruva he got the son Vasuki, right? So we have also seen that at the end we came up with this and this, in the sense there were two 22s totaling up to 44, which is basically represent the one V, the other V. So this W is not actually W, it is double V. So son of this double V is our guy, this guy, Garuda. And we had this guy Y and double U. This is double U, or the Greek alphabet, small case alphabet of omega, right? So this guy is the sun, and also we have seen that above this guy there was Z here. So this Z is nothing but the, here you have this this guy is nothing but the one born to W. This guy is the one born to V. Vinata Kadru Va. Here the Va is W. So that we can say here, if you look at this, if this is W, this is V. So this journey from here to here is from Kadruva 26, ion 26 to ion 28. So, and also we have seen that after this 15 squared is formed, this M of the Sanatana Dharma, or what we call here the Sanatana Dharma. Here, once this 15 square is totally formed from here to here, then this O and M become obsolete, in the sense O is no more an ion. Here I have explained it yesterday. This O guy will have spent all his energy in basically constructing or building this 15 square. All his energy is consumed up in building 15 square. So O guy will not be there anymore, and 14 squared, that is letter N, will take place of O once this is complete. That is, the basic thing is here the Garuda 15 squared, once it forms, then this will be N, not O as here. This is basically, here you have in the Sanatana Dharma you have O here, but O will no more be there and N will take his place. So this guy is more of a son of U and N, and he is none other than, if you compare it with our Gnostic cosmos, here we had this guy called Gerardamus, and his spouse was Zoe, or the spiritual anthropos, the heavenly spiritual anthropos, Gerardamus. So once 15 squared is formed, totally formed, this is the guy. He is basically, Garuda is a human with wings. A human being with wings is called Garuda. So you may observe the similarities in the pronunciation of both Geradamus, Garuda, Garuda, Garadamus. So do you now make out the similarity? Very much similar. Garadamus, Garuda. Now, coming to this guy. This guy is Vasuki. Here, Vasuki is a combination of 5 cube, 4 cube and 3 cube. And that is why he is more often than not, he is called Ra Amun. The word Amun means the hidden one. So this guy is not visible to this world. He rules from above, in the sense, in the form of this black hole, or the Kala or Mahakala, the Time Lord. He rules from other than this region, outside this region. Even Rudra is within this region, but this guy is not in this region, not included in this region. So he is what you call in Sanskrit, we call Adrishya, meaning one who cannot be seen. So this is the Ra Amun, or Ra Many also you can call, because there are so many Ras here, one for each region. Wo The 15th emanation joined with 13th emanation, that is the fallen Sophia, and he created 5 sons. He had 5 sons. So this can be called, he can be called the Ra Amun, Ra Many also. The other name is Ra Many. And of course, who are his subjects? This is the in this core world, this is where the fallen man lives. That is the man who is at the physical level, in the sense, the man who doesn't have psychic power nor spiritual power, only physical power. So this man is the earthly man or the fallen man, fallen Adam. Or you can say in Sanskrit, if you want, you can say Narakavasi, in the sense the dweller of Naraka, the hell. So now, coming to this subject, the God versus dog. In the esoteric circles, quite often God is compared with dog, in the sense God and dog are mirror words. If you reverse God, you get dog, right? If you reverse God, you get dog. So that means what in fact God means. God is the portion. G is Gaia. G is the letter. The letter G represents Gaia. Gaia is here, that the seventh world. Seventh world, and O is this guy, you know that. So GO, D. D is basically there is one 4 here. With the planet Venus is 4 4 and it is basically 4 enclosed by the 6. That is, I will explain it little bit later. What is 6? 6 is nothing but the number of Venus. So this guy is from here, from O to from O to D, G to D, in between you have O. You can as well say not only Venus, Earth, even this is Gaia also you can say. They all above this there is Gaia. So that Gaia, O and D is this 4. So whatever lies between these regions is he is the ruler of that region from Gaia to D. Whereas DOG is this guy. Why? Here we saw there is P, which is nothing but 4 suns. It is also, you can represent it as D raised to 4. That means 4 raised to 4. 4 raised to 4 is D raised to D, kind of, in the 4th letter. So this is D4, D raised to 4. And there is O here in between, and G is again the other Gaia. Gaia is, as I told you, Venus again. from these, between this sun and that Gaia, that is Venus, so that region is DOG. So dog versus cat. Basically, I am not much prepared about this. DOG versus CAT, in the sense, DOG, as I told you, is always represents the Rahu side. Rahu is compared to dog, whereas Ketu is compared to cat. So this Ketu guy is nothing but Neptune. Rahu is, of course, Uranus. Uranus versus Neptune. That means, and yeah, let us go to the third subject. Uh, Here, there is a very famous, popular saying in Hindi. Rather, it's not a adage, you can call it. So it is in Hindi. They say when someone defeats someone else in a crushing defeat. In a war, let us say, if someone crushes the other party, then other side, then they say chekke chuda diya, chekke chudana. Chekka in Hindi means six, and I will explain a little bit later with the diagram. So Venus is 1 6, 2 square plus 2. Venus is 1 6. Isis is represented by 6 6 or 6 into 6. The total digit number 66 without any sign in between the two digits, and 6 into 6, that is 36. So the third one is 6 into 6 into 6. That is, we have already seen here. That is basically the Time Lord, or the Kala or Kali or whatever. So now for Venus, the one which supplies energy is 4. Right here, 4, 2 squared, 4, 4, and surrounded by 6. So the source of energy is inner sun. For Isis, it is the sun itself, the regular sun, 4 cube. For Kali, there are 3 suns. In the sense, Kali are the time lord, or the overlord is 216, and he can control 192, the 3 suns, in the sense that 64 into 3 is 192. So this guy can control 3 suns. So we already have the third sun, but we can't see that third sun, in the sense, let's not go there right now. Basically, his capacity is he can control 3 suns. And the other subject is Saraswati versus Parvati. Saraswati is, as I told you, Saras in Sanskrit, or in Indian languages, means lake. Saraswati meaning the one who resides in a lake. Basically, lake represents Saraswati. That is, she is nothing but Sophia, or the higher, the goddess of wisdom. And what is the number of Sophia? Letter is N, 14th letter. So this is the 14th step of the pyramid. If this whole thing is formed, and 14th step forms, that is nothing but Sophia. This is the connection between heaven and earth. As I told you, Sophia has been in this system, has been coming into this world and going back to heaven. But once this 15 squared is formed, Sophia will be physically, in the sense, just like any other planet. After Neptune, the ninth planet will be formed and there will be a permanent connection. So that Sophia need not make to and fro journeys. Now, M. What is M? We already know M, right? This is M. This is M, the 13th letter. The 13th letter M is the consort of O. So that is in the Sanatana Dharma, the mother is M. Mother is M. And in the Nutana Dharma, the mother is N, of course. So this is a M. So that is why she is called Parvati. In Sanskrit, Parvata means mountain. So Parvati means one who is made of mountain. So this M of this world, M, this M is mountainous region. It is rock hard. This M, the crust of earth, is rock hard. It is made out of mountainous material, rock material. So that is why she is called Parvati. And now we can say the Vamshas. In Hindu mythology, most of the subjects I am explaining based on Hindu mythology. So first one cube, which is who is the lord of Buddha or the Mercury, planet Mercury, is basically Agni or fire. The second cube, which is the lord of Venus, is Vayu or air. The third, of course, we know is third is earth, and for earth, Chandra is the lord. For fourth one, it is Mars, the lord is Surya. For fifth one, Jupiter, the lord is Rudra. For sixth one, Shani, the lord is Shiva. For seventh one, the lord is, of course, Brahma. That means this is directly under the rule of Brahma. So he is above all. And now let me explain one more thing here, so that this is the symbol of Isis, the Egyptian. She is the mother in the Egyptian Trinity. Osiris is father, Isis is mother, and Horus is the son. So, what is the significance of how we can explain this? And basically, the different characters involved here. I already told you this is the sixth one. Six is basically planet Venus. 6 is planet Venus, and this corresponds to the equation here. This one, right? 6 squared equal to 3 squared plus 3 cubed, right? That is the one it represents. So for this, basically the Lord is Chandra. Chandra and Tara are basically the rulers of this world, in the sense, right from here, the crust of earth, from earth to the Mercury, the ruler is Chandra and his wife is Tara. And also, you can say in between there is this Venus, which is nothing but Inanna. The character known as Inanna are basically, even in Hindu philosophy, they say Durga. She's equivalent of Durga. This Venus is Inanna. And then comes the very interesting subject. In fact, who is Isis? Isis is a very controversial subject, in fact, in Egyptian mythology. Basically, because they say Isis is both mother and consort of Horus. Horus, of course, is sun. Sun is a 4 cube. So for 4 cube, we have surrounding 4 cube, we have the 66. 66 in the sense, these two, mind you, these two are entirely different. But since they have two sixes, it is confused. People confuse because 66 is basically the planet Neptune, and it is represented by a snake eating its own tail. So it is basically the corona. The corona of sun is the Neptune. Neptune surrounds the sun, meaning it is the outermost planet. It is in fact beyond sun, and it covers the sun. And it is, as I told you earlier, the equation also I have given some time back. I have given you the equation, right? So let me show you that once again, right? I think this one, no. I should remember. Yeah, here. So, Yaldabaoth or Rudra, Sun or Horus, Moon, of course, Moon is Moon everywhere, and 216. That their total is 216, or Mahakala or Vasuki, we can call it, the Time Lord. And here he manages and supplies energy to planets from right starting with Mercury to Neptune. And what was the number of Neptune here? Neptune is represented by 66. 66 is nothing but 8 squared plus 2. That is 66. That is planet Neptune, that or Ketu, as we call in Hindu mythology. So this the area around the sun. The corona of sun is the 66, which is the mother of sun, which is very much within 169 or the 13 squared. The M, letter M, it is within the letter M, and she encircles the sun. And they confuse between the that 66 and this 66, this 6 and 6, this 6 and 6 are 6 into 6, that is 36, which is nothing but the in the 10 squared you have 4 cube, that is the sun, plus 6 squared. This is the 36, that is the consort of sun, not the Neptune. So they are two entirely different entities. Isis should not be confused with the Neptune or Ketu. In fact, in Hindu mythology, we can say Sun is Rama is a Suryavamshi. So naturally, Rama's wife is Sita. So you can compare Isis with Sita. So this is 36 is Sita and not 66. 66 is in fact Neptune, the Ketu. Ketu is kind of mother of sun because he encircles the sun and protects the sun, right? If you search for the pharaoh's headgear, you see, if you see here, I'm looking for a straightforward this thing. Headgear, basically that headgear contains, see, here, generally here there will be a sun here, and encircling the sun, you have the, here, this is a proper headgear. That headgear, here there will be a sun, and encircling that sun, I'll show you the I will show you the other one, Egyptian Trinity. Egyptian Trinity, this is the Egyptian Trinity. Here, this is Isis, this is Osiris, and this is the Horus. So here on the head of Isis, you have a snake here encircling the sun. This is sun basically. She bears sun on her head, just as we have seen just now. Where is our gallery? Here. Here, this is the sun, and this is a snake encircling that, and that is of course 36, and there is one more snake that is encircling the whole sun, and there is a hood here. So that is the Ketu or Poseidon, or what do you call the Neptune guy. And then of course this 6 into 6 into 6, 666 represents 216. Basically 6 into 6 into 6. You should be very careful what mathematical sign is placed between the digits when you calculate the value, its value, those digits value. So this is 6 into 6 into 6, that is 216. 216 basically covers this 15 square, 5 cube plus 10 squared. 5 cube plus 10 squared is nothing but 5 is basically a Rudra, and 10 squared, that is 10 is nothing but water, right? Why I call it water? You may be thinking just like that of the of answers I am giving. No, 10 is basically H2O. H atomic number is 1, and O's atomic number is 8. H2 is 2 into 1 plus 8, that is 10. So 10 is nothing but water, and water squared is why the when just to take, if you take 10, then that is water. But if you take 10 raised to 2, that is squared, then it is the heavenly water. Heavenly water in the sense Ganges, Ganga. And every Hindu knows that Hindus believe that Shiva brought Shiva, as Rudra is nothing but the one of the avatars of Shiva. So Rudra brought Ganga to earth. So now I think, and of course 666 is, we know, the Kali, the black hole, or the Kali, or the Time Lord, who controls all the region till Neptune. Till Neptune, he rules the region. I mean, what is he? The 666, 216 is nothing but, as I told you, the sum of 3 cube, 4 cube, and 5 cube, right? So, yeah, we are, I think the video is becoming very lengthy now, but I wanted to explain this. And the one more thing is here, this region is a dark region, because this is, see, this is a this is very much like a carbon atom. The carbon atom, see, if you go down the earth, if you go on digging, then you will find carbon, right? And carbon becomes diamond also at some time. So this is one such thing, and this pyramid is the black hole, or the just now we saw the Kali or Time Lord. So, so they say when one dies, they say Kala Sarpa Dosha. So Kala Sarpa Dosha is nothing but this guy. When these I explained about Ka and Ba. When you do good karma from this region, you will go to heaven. In fact, heaven in the sense here, you will go here. When you do bad karma, you will go here, 216, and you come back here. This is Osiris, this is Osiris world, and this is the Horus world. The sun is Horus. So, yeah, but that's not what I wanted to explain. What I wanted to say was, this is a dark region, this is another dark region, and but this region, the region of sun, is in fact a good region, because we have sun is always positive, and among all his sons, all his 5 sons, 1 2 3 4 5, sun is the best son of Orion, in the sense he is the most positive aspect of nature. And so this world is good world, because it has sun. This is a dark world, pitch dark world. This is another dark world, black hole. But this region is good region. That is why we can say this Madhya Yuga was a good Yuga, because The why I say sun is good is, as I told you, sun is 4 cube, which is nothing but 64. 64 is 8 squared. So sun is both a star as well as a planet. So planets are always good, even numbered, and they are good. And stars are, depending on their position, that to specially be below 66 cube, uh, except for cube and 1 cube. 1 cube is both again 1 squared and 1 cube, both are 1. So 1 also is soft. Basically, it has soft nature too. But then, since it is down the line, it is I mean, in the abyss, kind of, it may have native qualities. But apart from that, otherwise, among the 5 sons of Orion, 4 cube and one one cube are good. Uh, but the rest, especially 5 cube, as I explained, gender wise, 5 cube is androgynous, 4 cube is male, 3 cube is basically a female. That is how they look at things. And Venus, of course, 2 cube is female, 1 again is a androgynous creature. So the thing is, this guy is androgynous, this guy is feminine. So the only male aspect, pure male aspect, is sun here. One is of course androgynous again. So sun is the male aspect. So you can say this yuga or the Madhya Yuga, which has ended, basically it has ended. So that Yuga was a golden one. Of course, that is why you see sun is shown in golden color too. Horus, Surya, and Helios. So don't for a minute think that since I am saying Horus is good, I never said Osiris is good, nor Jah is good, or I says this should have been Inanna here. This should have been Inanna, Thoth, Osiris. There are kind of all are deceptive except Horus. Horus is 4 cube, who is also a square. Thoth is also okay. He is a very intelligent guy, basically, but he is androgynous. So this Yuga, Madhya Yuga, was, you can say, Treta Yuga. This is a Yuga of Rama, was good one, no doubt. But the Sanatana Yuga, that headed by Wo, or the Rudra guy, this Rudra guy is horrible. So, and you see, the Kali Yuga is basically coming Yuga of 6 cube. 6 cube in the Kali Yuga, it is even worse, right? But the saving grace is, once 15 squared is formed, this will become a balanced world. But till then, this will be Kali Yuga. Basically, 6 cube is Kali, 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube, that is Kali, and this is Garuda. Until Garuda fully forms, 15 squared is formed, this guy comes along, this guy will show you hell. And then finally, let us look at this. The ion subordinates title. So I just wanted to tell you how the hierarchy or the structure, the power structure of the this system looks like. Of course, it starts with NN. NN is basically Krishna. It can be associated with Krishna. And as you may have seen here, this is 28 squared Nutana Yuga is a combination of 21 squared and 7 cube. This, if you say the 28th nakshatra, Abhijit nakshatra, which represents Krishna, Lord Krishna, is the only male star among the 28 stars. There are 28 nakshatras in Hindu mythology. First 27, 1 to 27 are female. Only 28 squared, 28th star nakshatra is male. So this is the Krishna, Lord Krishna, and this is Kashyapa, of course, U, represented by U letter, and this is the Christ. 7 cube is Christ. So Krishna, Christ. So the terms are really very similar. Krishna is combination of the Uranus and Christ. So he's this nakshatra. When we reach that nakshatra, in the sense, when we reach here Vega, this Vega, once Vega becomes the pole star, not Kadruva. Kadruva is 26, W, and this is V. So double V. This is double V, this is double U. So once this Vega becomes our pole star, we will have 29 emanations, or sorry, 28 emanations, and it will be a golden age. Gold, not even gold, you can't even compare to gold. Gold is probably sub 64. When in esoteric terms, sun is compared with gold and moon is compared with silver, basically because 27, the significance of 27 is in the menstrual cycle of women, they have, it is generally 27-day cycle. So moon, in fact, represents a feminine aspect. Male, on the other hand, is pure energy, and he represents the masculine aspect. And of course, Rudra represents the androgynous, the hermaphroditic aspect. So, yeah. Now, I just wanted to tell you how the hierarchy, the titles will be. So, under 28, that is Krishna, I have basically simply, what do you call, tentatively picked NN for this. So, this NN, if you take that NN, Ra NNZ, this will be. Because 27, I don't know, because that's beyond my knowledge. 26 can be called, you prefix the name of the title with Ra, because Ra is a king. Ra means king in Egyptian mythology. So Ra of NNZ, that is what this guy, 26th guy, will be called. 25th guy will be called Ra NNY. 24th guy will be called Ra NNX. 23rd will be called Ra NNW. 22nd will be called Ra NNV. But basically here, this guy should have been called Ra NNU, right? Or Yeah, Ra and then U. This guy should have been U. But yeah, but it is T, because the T 21st guy has given up all his energy, spent all his energy in building the system so far, and T20 will be the highest letter. So he will be the, yeah. Basically, I get confused, a bit confused. This guy should have been called Ra UT. These are all U's, right? This is under U. But this one guy will not be called Ra UT. He will be called Ra NNT, because he belongs to the higher ion, right? He is kind of son of this ion and T. So that guy is NNT. Going by the same logic, this guy will be called Ra US, U, because U under U is son of U, so U S followed by letter Ra U R, Ra U Q, Ra U P, and again after 15 O, this guy should have been Ra O N, Ra O N. But this guy will be called Ra UN, because Ra UN, I have already shown you the picture and you may not have observed this. RAUN. This is this guy born to you and you, and of course N is the Ra-yun, and so he will be called Ra-yun, but Ra, not Ra-won. Ra-on is not be called Ra-won. That is what they call it, Ra-won, but he will be called Ra-yun, meaning one. Yun is one, right? Ra-yun, Yun it should be, not own. And this guy, of course, Ra Om. This guy is will be Raol. This guy will be Raok. This guy again will not be J I. It should have been J here, but this guy will be called Ra O I. This guy will be called Ra GH. This guy will be called Ra JG. This guy again should have been called Ra JF, right, by this name, but he will be Ra JE. This guy will be Ra FD. Similarly, this guy will be Ra CD. Sorry, Ra here this guy should have been B. B is B, okay. Yeah, this guy should be Ra FB, not CB, because the higher one, whatever is the higher one, since it is the only one, Ra FB it should have been. I'm sorry. So I hope you got the gist what I'm saying. There are a lot of the words are so important that this you can call this as the evolution or the Parinamakrama, as we call it in Sanskrit. From 1 to 28, just 28, 1 to 28, this is the Parinamakrama, and that Parinamakrama follows these ages: Purvadi, Adi, Purva, Madhya, Sanatana, Vartamana, Nutana. And you may call them yugas also. Yugas, this definitely is Treta Yuga. This is Sanatana, is basically from here to here they skipped. This is Treta Yuga. Between Treta Yuga and Dwapara Yuga, Dwapara Yuga is Krishna's age. That age is Dwapara Yuga. This is Treta Yuga. And Kruta Yuga, probably this could be Kruta Yuga. And then this basically, this is Kali Yuga, because this is Kali. It is a misnomer. It is not Kali Yuga, it is Kali Yuga. This is Kali, so Kali's Yuga. You can go by the actually names. This is Kali Yuga, this is Rudra Yuga, this is Surya Yuga. Surya Yuga was called Treta Yuga. This is basically Shukra Yuga. Sorry, no, what was this? This Chandra Yuga, Shukra Yuga, and Buddha Yuga. That's how they should have been, or Vayu Yuga and Agni Yuga. Either way you can call it. So that is how they should have been called. But there is a little confusion here. They are jumbled things. Basically, they say this is Kali Yuga. That is correct. This is Treta Yuga. This, they say this is a Krishna Dwapara Yuga. So either they mistook 15 for Krishna, which is horrible, because Krishna is nowhere near here. Krishna is way high up in the hierarchy. So they call this Krishna's Yuga, but that is not basically Krishna's Yuga. Krishna's Yuga, after Rama's Yuga, that is the Treta Yuga, Krishna's Yuga, this Rama's Yuga, after Rama's Yuga, here you will have the Nutana Yuga, or the, what do you call, the Krishna Yuga, Krishna's Yuga. This will be Krishna's Yuga. Vega will be the pole star by then. Vega is nothing but Abhijit, the 28th nakshatra of Hindu mythology. So once Vega becomes the pole star, then we would have had 14 months, not 13 and a half months in Hindu calendar, lunar calendar. We will have 14 months, not 13 and a half. So 14 into, let's say 14 into 28, that is 392 days instead of 13.5 into 27 days. This is the present year, and but when the Krishna Yuga or the Nutana Yuga comes, then we will have 392 days per year. That is 14 months, each of 28 days, not 27 days. That's pretty much concludes my presentation, or my lecture for today, explanation for today. So let us leave on a very positive note that once we are through all these ages, this was a good yuga. That is why I say Rama guy was good, but Rudra and this Chandra are horrible. This guy is androgynous, this guy is feminine, this is the only male who distributes energy, and life sustains on the energy given by sun. So this is good guy. So it's a and the other thing I wanted to say was tell you was Krishna here. This is Krishna, Abhijit Nakshatra or Vega star, and this guy, the Christ 777, they work in tandem. So don't believe anyone if he says only Hindu religion is great or Christian religion is great. In fact, the whole thing is one. Actually, Krishna and Christ work in tandem together. So forget all the religious differences. And of course, Islam mainly worships moon. So none of these are. I'm not saying any religion is higher than any other, but there's a clear proof that Krishna and uh, Christ work in tandem. So ultimately, Christianity, the Hindu religion and Christianity will come together. They are together, not coming together. In fact, they are together. So don't fight over religion. The ultimate God is, of course, the Milky Way. It is the mother for all is the divine Sophia, and Sophia gives birth to this guy, 28 squared, and though he is the ultimate here, next time some other guy will be there. Just because my knowledge is limited to 28 square, I have explained till here. So if you go on explaining this, all religions are mixed together. The whole human race is mixed together, white or black. We are all a mixed race, and we should not make difference between the religions and fight over religion. What should I say? Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu, and may all humans, whole humanity, live together in peace and prosperity. Thank you very much.